Hey, everybody, and thank you for joining us at Girl, Let's Agree to Disagree. It's Tayshia time with me right now, Miss Kemi Fakunle. How you doing, boo?
I'm doing amazing. And I want you to know why Tayshia came on the screen. I mean, it was an okay episode, but Tayshia came on the screen and saved us all. Her golden mane, her golden dress, her golden skin, her golden aura. She's just like everything that I needed to see and more. So,
she is truly golden. She's the golden child. The woman who came to save the day, the woman who is here to make all of the wrongs right. It is Miss Tayshia, and she will redeem this season of The Bachelorette. Before we are talking about absolutely every Bachelorette, we want to say thank you for everybody who's joining us on Girl, Let's Agree to Disagree. We truly appreciate it. Anna's a little bit under the weather, so whether or not she comes on is we're not sure, but we're wishing her well. If y'all just wish her well as well. Yeah, all that good stuff. Also,
Jess, you literally look stunning. I don't know if that's like a new lip, but that's cute.
This was like my 15-minute beat. Like, seriously, I was watching the whole show with zero makeup on, and my sister looked at me and she's like, "You're going on like that?" And I was like, excuse me? Like, I look really cute without makeup. But then I realized I had filters on. And then I was just like, oh, yeah, you're right. I totally need.
Your sister's probably watching this. Like, Kemi, what is going on? The glasses, the hoodie.
No, girl, you are a natural beauty. So stop it.
There we go.
Stop it.
From the model. Okay.
Oh, hey, like I said, this still is a little light. It's a light beat, but it's also lighting. So I got myself some good stuff. Oh, by the way, for those of y'all who are looking for great lighting, I found this this is like my little light, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. See, look at how that lights up. Lighting is everything, y'all. I just gotta say. Daylight is my best friend. Or actually, I don't know. Daylight in a filter is my best friend. But before we go on, I just want to let everybody know. Thank you for joining us. Third time. Thank you for joining us on Girl, Let's Agree to Disagree. If you do not follow us, click like, subscribe. If you're on right now, click the like button for us. It helps us with our algorithms. Type a little comment, say you love us. We love you guys back, and we appreciate all of your love and support. Also, you can follow us. You can follow us on IG, Twitter. All of our information is below. Also, Super Chat is a great way to help and support us. We, this is our 4th episode. Sorry for the banner or whatever, it said episode 3, but this is actually our 4th episode recapping The Bachelorette. So, and it did not, well, it kind of disappointed, but the last half hour.
Well, I will say it only took us 4 episodes to get rid of Claire.
That was we said that was going to happen, right? Do we have, because I remember I said 4 episodes, we give them 4 episodes.
Yes.
Right?
We're done with that.
Yeah,
honestly, I feel like this episode was really dragged out. I think everything that happened in the episode could have been condensed to 1 hour, especially since we weren't really getting that much Tayshia content. Like, not to be annoying, but like, yes, like obviously they previewed Tayshia last week, and I knew they were going to pull this, show her in the last 6 minutes. But, I'm a fan, so I still tuned in anyways. But it's just like annoying that they dragged out this like 45-minute episode really into 2 hours. It's just like, okay, I get it. All the commercials, all the sponsors, but like also like, let's get to it.
Yeah, let's get to it. We want to just acknowledge some of our supporters here. Look at this. Jackie said the train wreck that was tonight. Also, Miss Aina, we love you, girl. Okay, I haven't watched the episode yet, but I'm here for all the spoilers. We're going to tell you a little bit of spoilers today. We will.
We got the spoilers for you.
Spoilers. Yes, and Kemi is probably hiding from my sister tonight. If she's not on the chats right now, she will make herself known. But we're going to talk all about, let's start from the very beginning, because I guess we owe Claire a little bit of the, do we owe Claire to talk about the craziness tonight? I don't know. Look at Kemi's face is right now like.
Claire deserves nothing from.
As Kemi says, thank you, next. But we do, I feel like we do, obviously it was a 2-hour episode. So let's talk a little bit about Claire because.
Yeah, no, for sure. But it's not because of Claire. It's because we're recapping.
Yeah, I guess it's our job, right? For those people who are wondering what the hell happened.
To be Claire.
Yeah.
She really is just, I mean, she's, I don't like to talk bad about people on TV because I know that editing is a bitch.
Yeah, you can say that. That's fine.
Right, is a bitch. And like, I know that, you know, there's a lot that can go into like the music changing, everything can just really paint the picture. However, Claire is cringe. Claire is cringe. Everything about this night's episode to me was cringe. And I don't want to say that I am not saying that I feel like Dale is trapped. However, I just feel like if he didn't want to make that move as a man in 2020 on TV, if it was me in that situation, I would see the way the situation is and how any potential pushback from me could follow me for at least a decade. And there isn't really much you could do. Like, I'm not saying, like, obviously I think his feelings for her are genuine. It's beautiful. But I think that anyone would have taken things a little bit slower because
absolutely
less than a week.
Look, and here's the thing. So we can start from right from the very beginning for those people who are kind of like lost. We're just starting. We start off at the end of an episode where Claire decides she's not going to give anybody a rose, right? She didn't do the group date. She didn't give anybody a rose. And Chris Harrison goes into and talks to her and asks her what the hell's going on. In all words, I'm like, he even swore. He was like, don't fuck with me. I was like, whoa, did you hear that? When he said that, like, did you have, he said, don't beep with me. Did you talk to him prior to? So we find out that she had been stalking him, obviously because of, I mean, I would say like she was cyber stalking him. She was. I mean, basically she was saying that she was on his Instagram. She was pretty much not cyber stalk. I mean, I'm very first of all, I'm very dramatic when I talk, y'all. So please, when I talk, do not think that this is like a verbatim exact way of the way I think. Sometimes I'm very dramatic in my choice of words.
It's not a big deal though, because we all like, there's one guy that I've had my eye on for maybe like 2 days and I've been on his profile like 4 times today. Like we all do it.
It happens. And she found out the thing is that she didn't know the guys. She did not know the guys. They went into quarantine and then Corona happened. Yeah. And then they stopped production and she had time. The guys had already been announced. She was able to go online. She was able to check these guys out.
Any rational person would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah. And it just so happened that Dale caught her eye, right? So she's saying Dale caught her eye. As she was, I mean, this was like, she was talking about Mother's Day. She was talking about his post during Mother's Day and the fact that he had lost his mother. She had lost her father. He is dealing with probably a lot of things that she holds near and dear to her heart. And now before she even meets this guy, she thinks they're like on the same level. So that's already a very, very strong, I mean, when I don't know, you can have someone that, I mean, there's people that fall in love with people online all the time before they even meet them, right? So this was still a long time. I want to say or preface that this was not 7 days of just, hey, I just met you, I know nothing about you. This was, even though they never talked and she said and she swore to Chris Harrison that she has not talked to him. We already know that someone like Blake, Mr. Canada, like, ended up messaging her. So there could have definitely been a possibility for them to have gotten to know each other prior to, because it does seem a little odd. But then you start to talk about, you see, she talks about how her parents met. And then it's like her parents met once, and then 3 weeks later he goes and, finds her and gets engaged.
That's
Mind,
so sweet.
absolutely adorable. Yes. When you're talking about something that happened like 50 years ago. Yeah. I mean, because we're just in different times. It's totally possible. It's totally possible for you to fall in love and get married in 3 weeks, and people have done it. It's just not the normal thing to do. But
it is on The Bachelor, right? But like, I don't know. I feel like 50 years from now, you could say the same thing. So,
I'm just trying to say is like, okay, this can happen either way. Obviously they want to show. Chris Harrison and all of them and people at The Bachelor are upset because this isn't show worthy. Like, this is 4 episodes worth of content, but there's a whole season that needs to happen. Obviously they're going to be selfish and they're going to be like, what the hell is going on? And they're going to try to drag this out as much as possible. Right. Yeah. Saying that she blew up The Bachelorette. Well, yeah, I mean, technically she basically said, screw y'all. Like, I know what I want, and this is the guy that I want, and I don't want to leave these guys on. Actually, I've watched The Bachelor quite a few times, and I'm like, you can see when someone's like, when they're being led on. It's like, come on, you knew Colton wasn't about any of them chicks.
I thought Colton was about Hannah G. I will say that. I thought it was Hannah G, and that's it. But that was my first season watching, so I wasn't like, I didn't know what to look for. But I just want to say, these misleading like trailers, they made it seem like Claire fell in love and was like, all right, bye. Chris definitely came in and like led her there. Like, I understand why, but I was like, oh, so he's the one who initiated this. Like, that was my train of thought. So,
So we're talking about, like, after a while, after talking, she starts to say, oh yeah, I'm head over heels over Dale. I love him. It's like, have you watched Clueless? And she's like, I'm in love with Josh. Oh my God, I'm in love with Josh. Like, that was her whole moment. Like, she's talking about Dale and she's like, I could see myself falling in love with him, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, oh my God, I love Dale. I love Dale. I'm absolutely in love with Dale. There's nobody else but Dale. Like, and then she started looking a little
crazy. She was looking a little...
The edit was not to her favor, to be quite honest. It was just like, because the people aren't seeing the other side of it. And people are like, girl, like, are you serious?
And it doesn't show him ever saying much. Like, it just shows him like being cute and just smiling and nodding. And then she's just doing all of this.
Yeah, because he's not giving her anything back. That's exactly what it felt like. Like, where's he at with this? He's just like, she's saying, I'm in love with you. And he's like this.
But you know what? I was talking to one of my friends the other day about guys like Dale and how it's so easy to fall for guys like Dale when, as like a woman, because they're so chill and laid back, it just makes it easy for you to be annoying. And it's like, I'm just chilling watching the game, and then you're climbing all over them. But like, why aren't you showing me any, attention? And then they're like, oh, come play with me. Then you start putting your feet on them. Like, he's the type of person that is just like easy to like. Like, he's just likable. He's easy to fall for. And then he's so chill and laid back. It's like, go with the flow. And then she's just so hyper. Like, she's like a puppy. Like, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, So
yeah, I think the hardest thing that I had to that I felt when listening to her was talking about, I've been waiting for this forever, and I've been waiting for this, but did it? And no shade on her whatsoever. Didn't she get engaged twice?
Did she?
I mean, I guess not. I guess we wouldn't say Juan Pablo, but definitely Benoit, from like, she was engaged to him. So the fact that she's like, I've been waiting for this forever, like, what does this mean? Does this mean that like Benoit was just like, do you not count him? Do you not count him as someone that that you, I mean, you said yes to him when he proposed to you. So I'm trying to figure, you know, that was just kind of from an outsider's perspective of what I thought.
I didn't see Winter Games.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, the Winter Games was good. And it shows, Winter Games was good. And it shows you a lot of like Clare's energy, I think, because while it didn't show as much in Juan Pablo's season, her first season, when she went to Winter Games, she was very the same Clare that we see here in this season. It's a very kind of like short-tempered, quick to the point, like got no time to lose, say what you mean what you say, I need to hear it, tell me you love me, if not, next. It was very, very, very much that. And she had, if I wasn't mistaken, had kind of like not battle, she had a triangle, like a love triangle situation with Benoit, and was he German? I forgot. He was a bachelor from overseas, like.
Okay.
So, and they had language barriers. So he would say things and she was miscommunicate. Like she would say things and he would say things, but it was like a lot of miscommunication. Very much like, yeah, I don't know. She likes the foreign dudes. That's for sure. She liked a lot of the guys that she's dated had like thick accents. So maybe this is the first guy that she's just like, communication's perfect. We both speak English. It's like, we're on the same page. I don't know.
Black, so she obviously doesn't like the homegrown American. Like she had her Canadian, she had her German.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Then you fast forward, right? So this whole Dale exchange with, Dale and Clare, she looks definitely in love. It's just so weird because I'm not getting the same energy from him. And it just seems so off and a little disingenuous. Maybe because it's episode 4 that all of a sudden she's like, where do we go from here to Chris? And he says, well, that's it. You guys got to get engaged. And it's like, whoa. Oh, okay.
And then didn't Chris call, who's the ring guy? Pat.
I forget his name, but I just call him the ring guy.
Kiss, right? Every kiss begins with K, him. He called him before he even told them that they had to get engaged. And I'm like, Chris, calm down. Just let them leave.
He was basically like, you're going to mess up our show? If this is real, okay, y'all need to get engaged. Because if not, then you're going through the whole damn process.
I was so curious to see like where Dale would be at with the engagement because
someone said, SB said, Neil Lane.
Oh, Neil Lane.
Yes, thank you for that, SB. Thank you.
Oh, wait, then Kiss Begins with K is something else.
That is a jewelry store.
Yeah, but it's not the same guy. Okay, anyways. But some people hold that first engagement very sacred. Like, so I was curious to see where Dale would be at with it, but I guess he is on the same page.
We want to thank Miss History for the $10 Snapchat. Thanks, girl. Hey, we missed you. She said, wait, what? Engaged? Kemi, we are hair hoodie twins, except mine is UT Austin hoodie. Have you seen Dale's IG? Happy eviction day.
I haven't. Is his I did actually go on it earlier today. I haven't been on it since like the episode aired, but he had some like professional picture that he posted today, and he's a good looking guy. He is a good looking guy.
Wait, but what happened? What was on? Is there something? Was it a picture? I haven't checked any of their IGs, but
no, yes, I think I liked it. What's wrong with me? He posted a picture of him proposing to her. What is wrong with me? I liked the picture. Yeah.
What's going on, Kemi? You're a little off your game here, Mama. You're usually all on that.
I haven't slept in 2 days, so tonight I'm gonna take a melatonin and I'm gonna knock out if I can find one.
Oh, you don't know where your melatonin is, or you don't have any?
I hope I do. I think I do. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so I mean, at this point, yeah, and you see, well, we'll just keep on. I guess we'll just keep on going because obviously we're not done. We're not done yet. Chris Harrison says that they need to get engaged. Yep, they do need to get engaged. And all of a sudden, you see, like, you kind of see Dale, like, what?
The same reaction we all had. Like, what?
And I got the same reaction. So I was like, dude, what you talking about? Because I think the funny part is that Dale was just like, yeah, I told her I love it. I love her. But there was something else that he said. He also said, there's a lot of time. He said,
yeah,
there's a lot of time in this process. So I am falling in love with her. But like, no, homie, you don't got a lot of time because you got to like propose to her like tomorrow.
24 hours.
24 hours. You said you love her. Now put a ring on it. And the fact that Chris Harrison said this and Claire was at first was like, oh, really? Oh my God, I'm going to get engaged tomorrow. This is so amazing. It was just like, did you notice that?
Yeah,
that changed?
It was calm down, like Clarice. Like it was. I mean, I get it because you come on the show to get engaged. She found her person. She told him she loves him. He said it back. Okay, so if this is it and we're here to get engaged anyways, then all right, let's just do the damn thing.
Yeah, it's just like next stop. I mean, I guess you go on the show knowing that this is obviously going to be the next step. But yo, they haven't even had like a date. I mean, well, I guess they did have a date and I forget what happened on that date too.
Just don't let us get demonetized with you talking your not safe for work.
All the juicy bits. You know, that's what it was. All the juicy juice. She took him back to the safe. She took him back to I called it the safety suite. Like it's still on Big Brother. Woo! I can never get over that. Anywho, but she did take him to that special suite, aka back home, and she sealed the deal.
I think they call it the fantasy suite, but yeah.
Thank you. Not the safety suite, although maybe they were safe. I'm hoping.
Okay. Anyways, yes, they clearly, got to know each other better, and that was the nail in the.
Take them back to the safety suite.
That cemented it for Claire. She, they rounded out their relationship, and she figured that he was the one. And that'll do it to you.
I mean, obviously, if you're gonna get engaged, you need to test that Porsche out, right? Because
not everyone is as lewd, crude, and vulgar as you, Jessica. So.
But some are, and that's A-okay. I'm not slut shaming here. I think, look, you a 30. I'm gonna keep on saying it because she's a 39-year-old woman.
I'm a good Christian woman. I have no idea what she's talking about. So, yeah.
Wow.
Anyways.
You just religiously shamed me right now?
Absolutely.
Wow.
So, moving on, they get engaged, and I didn't see it coming. I thought that Dale was going to be like, one of those like let's date after sort of things. But maybe it is one of those. I know, come on now. You got Jess.
I'm in the car with you. I know. I'm in the car with you.
You got Jess acting up tonight. Listen.
You do not test drive before you buy. I'm just saying.
It's true, because you also have to. That's why I'm like all about you have to live with someone before you get engaged, because you need to know, like, are you going to get annoyed that they're spitting dry toothpaste in the sink and not rinsing it? You never know. So yes, I agree.
So let's say Joseph, and this is a good one. Why was Claire being punished for finding love? Other alum in her position have usually, in the first few days, known their choice. Did they not want Claire as the leading lady? And here's the thing: it's just like Claire was just that. I truly believe that it's just that Claire was just that strong-minded and strong-willed that she said, "Hell no, you got to go. Like, I'm not going to do this."
No. I think that production behind the camera noticed that even in other conversations with other guys, it was Dale, 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 Dale.
Yeah, that too.
And they knew how annoying it was for the cast. And it's like, it's not all about Clare. It's also about the cast. And
Absolutely.
it would be a waste of everyone's time if it's like Cody. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to even bring this up, but like, it's like Cody winning Big Brother 22. Like, we all saw it from week 2. Just give him the money in week 2. Like, let's move along. So that's probably how production saw it for Clare. Like, it's gonna be Dale. So
yeah, I think production in general says, yeah, let's try to oh God, what's the word? I'm thinking in Spanish. Let's try to make this as long as possible. Let's try to
draw it out.
Draw it out. Let's try to stretch this out as much as we can. But when you start to see all these guys like getting super annoyed, and they probably don't even want to mess with Clare at this point, because they're just like, yo, this is all we see is like Dale, and it's annoying. And this is going to be like the Dale show. They're getting upset. They're talking about walking out. They're talking about all of this other stuff. Clare's not giving them the time of day. She's like, I'm not giving anybody a rose. Like, well, what else is there for production to do except to like press the red button and be like,
and it's still a TV show. Like, they love The Bachelor. If The Bachelor likes to do one thing, it's to sensationalize things.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably ate this up. You just blew up The Bachelorette. Like, they loved it.
Yeah, because I mean, seriously, in 16 seasons of The Bachelorette, nobody's broke it yet. You got to break The Bachelorette. Now this is
Colton jumped the damn fence. Colton literally just did this, but not so early. But you know, they love to like drama.
Yeah, a lot of people do know. And again, like, I agree with Lady B. She says Clare didn't know how to fake the funk and make a good show. And that's totally true. Like, she could have drowned this out. She really could have. But then,
are you saying that she doesn't deserve the full check?
I no.
That's
no. If you're in a contract and you say this is how many episodes and this is like, and you have to go through the full process, go through the full process. I don't care if you like, come on, y'all. How many times, and let me know from the chats, like, how many times have you dated a guy? And I dated quite a few before my husband. I'm not even gonna lie. That you think that they're perfect in every situation, and within a month you're just like, what the hell just happened? Because it's called a honeymoon phase for a reason. Like, things happen. You show your best self in your first couple of months, and then things like start to get normal, and then you start to truly act the way that you act, and that's when things either work out or go south. Like, just because they got engaged doesn't mean this is going to work. And sometimes maybe the fact that they are engaged, maybe it will work. I mean, it's a 50-50 chance, but the fact that she couldn't fake the funk, that she couldn't let the process, she couldn't trust the process. Why? Why can't you trust the process? What about it? Why can't you let, like, Dale sweat it out for a little bit? Why can't you have other people wine and dine you? Why can't you get to know other people and see if you can make a good connection? Sometimes you can. I'm a honest, true believer that you can be in love with more than one person at the same time. Do you feel that way? I don't know, but that's no. I do. I mean, there are people who are in polyamorous relationships, and I don't like.
I always think that they feel more strongly about one than the other, though.
No,
the one that they wouldn't want to hurt is the one that they end up. But that's just how I feel about it. I know that I could never probably even like to more than, like, even back when like I would be dating like a whole bunch of different guys at once. It was more so like I really liked one guy. And I needed to distract myself with other people so that I don't be like Clare, like, so that I don't go crazy and like,
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna let you know on a little secret. Okay, so before I was with Steven, my husband.
I want to whisper because he might be able to hear you.
He knows this story. Okay, I met my husband Steve on Match. And I was dating a few guys at that time. Like I was dating. I was like, date guys. Very much like the Bachelorette would. You'd go on a couple dates, couple guys, couple tries, all that good stuff.
I knew you were going to say that.
But, I always believed, and a very wise woman once told me, you should always have a pair and a spare. Watch out. Okay, this is the reason for a pair and a spare, for those of y'all who don't know what a pair and a spare is. Okay, when you're dating, it tends to be that some women can be like Claire and can be very needy, attached. They want all of your time. Men typically aren't like that. Some women are, some women aren't. But the idea was, instead of waiting for a guy to call you, the guy that you're dating, weigh out your options, date other people. Always date, have two guys and then a spare for when those two guys aren't responding to you. So like if you're dating, always date three, because you always have the first two and then the other guy that like just happens to be there in case the other two don't pick up. And then none of those guys feel like you're like really hawking them or, being too needy. And I know this isn't for everybody. I'm not saying that everybody should do this, but for women, like it's very important for you to know that you have options. I'm very big on options. I'm very big on try before you buy. Make sure you test drive. Make sure you know the differences between this person, the other person. And I mean, I'm in my late 30s. So that's how I met my guy. That like Steve and I we went on pretty much 3 months dating other people while we were dating each other. And we knew this, and it was very mutual. And he told me he was dating somebody else. And he told me, this is what happens when you're like grown and you understand these things. And if you're able to detach yourself from that, because I truly feel that what's for you is for you. If there's going to be another guy who's going to jump in and it's going to make that other guy, put on his big boy pants and step up to the game and do things that he feels he needs to do to get you, then that's going to show. And if he doesn't, then he's out the door and that's it. But like Dale he hasn't had a chance to prove anything.
Yeah,
really.
It was all given to him on a platform.
It's all given to him on a platform. Just because you guys have similar families and like a similar process, like I get it. And that's a way to connect initially, but that is not the end. That's not everything. So I'm very big, very, very big on the pair and a spare, because sometimes men don't like clingy women until like they really, really start to fall in love with the person, I don't know. I say try it. If you got nothing to lose, what's to lose if you're doing a pair and a spare? Just like, I feel like you should date. You shouldn't say no to people. You would be very surprised. Very surprised. Steve was not my typical guy that I would have fallen in love with. He knows this.
Canadian.
Yeah. I wasn't looking for someone who was over 10 years older than me. I wasn't looking for someone who had been divorced. I wasn't looking for someone with a child. Those are all deal breakers for some women. And I said, I'm gonna try it. And if that, and if it works, it works. But it took a whole year for me to figure out that he was the person I was in love with. And I don't know. That's my little story. Thanks. Sorry. Thanks for listening to me. And thank you, Ashley Barnett, for your super sticker. We appreciate you, girl. Thank you so much. But yeah, let's keep talking. Sorry, guys. I feel like I took up a lot of that story time for y'all. But Lady B says yes. Yes. I also believe in dating threes. Three-peat. Girl.
I definitely agree.
Kemi, I'm looking for you to date three.
I have to date multiple people at once, but it's only if I like someone and I know it's becoming a little bit.
Jackie says my grandma says the same thing. She calls it meat and potatoes. Ooh, that's yum. And Katie, that says good tips. Amen.
I completely agree. I mean, you don't want to scare someone off by showing how much you like them too quickly. So that's always a good piece of advice. But I guess it didn't scare Dale off.
No, it did look for a second though, didn't it?
It did, but you never know. Like, I feel like he's one of those people who's hard to read. So who knows?
So I mean, yeah. So she tells the guys, we're right in the thick of it, right? She tells the guys, sorry, I found what I'm looking for, and it's Dale. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. And it was like, ooh. And those guys, I'm sure they like expected it. It was just like, okay, this is it.
Yeah, and like they saw it and that's the thing, like at least they saw it coming and they weren't blindsided. It definitely still sucks, but they did see it coming. And one thing that I was really happy about is that Dale didn't go back to the house, because it would have just been unnecessary drama. Like, it would have been such unnecessary drama, and it's really just not necessary. So then, he goes and he proposes to Claire, and they ride off into the sunset.
They do ride into the sunset. Chris Harrison did try for 2.5 seconds to make it feel like Dale wasn't going to show up and get engaged with her, but they did end up having that exchange. She got a little bit of slack for it. Guys wanted to, hear her apology, but I think she did a good. I think it was the best thing that she could do was say, like, I don't want to, pull your strings and drag you along something, knowing that I found what I found.
Yeah, but I do think that it was the right thing to do for her to apologize to them, because she did waste their time. Like, and if you were checking Dale out before the season and then you knew that you already liked it, like, you were looking forward to him coming out of that limo night one. So it is kind of like the guys didn't have, a shot really. And like, if you think about everything that goes into the casting process, and then, COVID happening, and then they had to quarantine, and then they were sequestered, like, and all that time in the back of her mind, you have Dale. Like, not the least, but like, I think the right thing to do is apologize for wasting someone's time, because you did.
Absolutely.
Like, no one had a fair shot in there against Dale.
Yeah. So, it obviously, I don't know what the name of these guys. Obviously, we have not gotten a chance to even see who they are, talk to them, other than maybe 2 or 3 people that stood out. But Chris asked them, do you want to stay? He gives them the speech, says there's going to be another Bachelorette. Do you all want to stay? And then here's the thing. So you have a guy like Blake and Jason who have been on dates with them, that have been invested in someone like Claire, decide to stay. So this is the thing. How do you feel about that? We have 18 guys in the house right now for Tayshia. It seems like Tayshia is just coming into this, to this little cocktail party. They don't know that it's her, first of all. I feel like, do you feel that they should have said, hey, this is Tayshia, do you want to stay? Do you want to go? Do you feel like that was sad? Do you think it's just like, hey, someone else is coming in? Do you want to shoot your shot with this one?
I think that they should have said, because you always know who the Bachelorette's going to be before you like move through the process. But I also think this is like a unique circumstance that, my girl, it's a unique circumstance that if, like, imagine saying like, oh, it's Tayshia, and then like someone leaves. Like, imagine Tayshia finding that out. Like, I don't want that for her. So yeah, I think it's better that they didn't say anything. Yes, our second Black Bachelorette.
Okay, wait. We said we were gonna share her. Camille.
You did not
First
say
of all, she is
You said that.
she is the first Afro Latina. She is Latina.
Yes,
She is Latina. So we are going to say yay for Tayshia. I love it. This picture is just the fact that she's wearing a paper skirt
I just noticed that.
the fact that she's wearing a paper skirt and is making this look so absolutely fabulous.
I just feel as though what's going on in the background, the amount of Tayshia stan tweets that I have out there, and I don't see mine anywhere. I don't see mine anywhere. So
everybody's like, who's Tayshia Adams? My TV is ready for Tayshia. Oh, I didn't know that sounds very catchy. My TV is ready for Tayshia. Yes. She is, first of all, okay, so let's talk about this because I know, Camille, you feel the same way. Like, we need new guys. Obviously, I feel very personal about this. I do not want, I don't want Blake, and I don't want Jason, and I don't want Chasen, or Jason, or Chasen, or Blake.
I will say I do really like Jason, but yes, I think that she needs all new guys.
Yeah. It's not fair.
At the same time, it's not like any of these guys are like virgins coming in. Like, they all have exes. And they knew Claire for all of like 6 minutes, and she didn't even give any of them the time of day. So
But they came for her. They came specifically for her. They knew that the Bachelorette was Claire Crawley. So my thing is like, none of these guys are for her. They just happen to be. Is that
different than if, like, let's say preseason, before any of this, one of them had slid into like Kaylin from Colton Season's DMs and she never like responded, or they talked a little bit and then nothing happened? They showed interest in her, nothing came from it, and then they moved on to pursuing other relationships. Like, I mean, everybody has a past, honey.
I mean, someone said they can bring Brandon back. They could bring a lot of guys back, to be quite honest. Maybe they bring the whole 30. It says the same. I don't mind Jason. Someone says, Glenda says, seems kind of tacky to keep the old guys.
Very tacky, very ghetto. But it is COVID, so like, it's not like they can just like
call. This is for you, Kemi.
It's definitely a moment. Like,
see, were you saying Tayshia time? Wait, I think Kemi's too young for that. Do you know Hammer Time?
I know what Hammer Time is.
Okay.
I just feel like Tayshia, how dare you? Like, to act like no, you guys understand.
You're a baby.
Jess likes to act like I'm like a Gen Zer. Like, she wants to act like I'm like on TikTok and I'm like doing the little dances and like, you know, like, I mean, not to say that anything's wrong with that, but like, she acts like I'm like about to join the Sway House. Like, I'm 27, Jessica. I know what Hammer Time is.
Woo!
I'm Charlie's Angels.
What? I know, but I say, I don't know. I'm literally 10 years older than you, so I know I look good for my age, y'all, but I'm old AF. So, I mean, I just realized this week that I'm not considered a young voter. Like, what's up?
Did you think you were considered a young voter?
I'm young as hell in my mind. I mean, I don't know.
You started voting at 18, right? So you thought you were lumped with the 18. I'm not even with the 18.
But you're considered a young voter.
Am I?
Yes, because anybody 30 and below is considered a young voter.
Can I tell you, it took me like 5 years out of college to stop putting like recent grad in my cover letter.
You're like, girl, you ain't no recent grad. What is considered a recent grad these days? I don't even know.
You're like, stop saying that 6 months after, like, I was holding on to it for years. But anyway.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah. So we don't got, do you think, So I guess we only have a few minutes left because we want to keep this nice, short and sweet for you all. If you have any questions right now in the chat would be the time to give them so we could answer any questions or talk about anything that maybe we've missed. But Tayshia time here. Got a question for you. Like, so do you think that we are going to be seeing new guys? I'm hoping that it's kind of a Bachelor in Paradise style where they just like pop in.
You have to think about COVID. Like, they'd have to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and they could have totally in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks,
Tayshia just sitting there chilling for 2 weeks. Wow.
No, she'll be dating other guys. It would be like she's dating. It would be like she's going through the process.
But they would be further. Like, imagine dating someone for 2 weeks in this, hyper speed Bachelor world, and then you get introduced to another guy. It's kind of like, okay. Like,
it's called Love Island, boo, and it happens.
Hey.
And actually it doesn't. It happens in Bachelor in Paradise too. Like, they all know each other. They're kind of familiar. They all start dating, and then bam, they start bringing new people.
The Tayshia Adams Bachelorette. Like, she doesn't need that shit. Honestly, she deserves so much better. Like, you guys understand this. She should have been the Bachelorette when Hannah B was Bachelorette. That is a hill I'm willing to die on. It should have been Tayshia instead of Hannah B.
I kind of agree with that. Even though Hannah B was a great Bachelorette. Well, because Hannah B was a really great Bachelorette, I think. I wasn't expecting it because I didn't really care for her. What?
She was entertaining, but like, would she have been a better Bachelorette than Tayshia? I don't know. I don't think so. No. Especially the fact that she picked Jed. But anyways. Tayshia should have been the Bachelorette when it was Hannah B. Then she gets passed over, and then she has to, like, first of all, she had to endure Colton. So that's actually the first thing. And then she should have been the Bachelorette when Hannah was Bachelorette. And then she was passed over for Clare. Okay. And then when it's finally #, oh God, hold on.
#Tayshia time.
#Tayshia time. When it's finally #Tayshia time, the fucking election pushes us from the main day, Tuesday, to Thursday. Like, can she ever rest? Will Tayshia ever be able to rest? And she's getting recycled guys. She deserves so much better.
But that's why I'm saying, like, she doesn't deserve recycled guys. Therefore, there should be guys right now that are in quarantine somewhere.
But
what do we know?
We gotta live in the now. We gotta live in the reality.
True.
That's what's happening.
But Kemi, you are part of, and actually, you have declared yourself last episode. And for those of y'all who are watching right now that didn't watch our last episode of Girl Let's Agree to Disagree, it's on our page. Please subscribe. Kemi had put herself down as Tayshia Hive founding member. So she is the founding member of the Tayshia Hive.
Yeah.
And so you being, the Tayshia Hive founding member, do you have any insight on whether or not there are guys or that there were guys that were added in? Can this be a possibility? Do we know anything outside of, because we don't have a lot of like spoilers in terms of what's going on with.
But yeah, I have no idea what's going on with Tayshia's section of, what should have been her entire Bachelorette season. I have no idea. Just like the cliffhanger that Chris left us with and said, like, things are about to change. He's so dramatic. Like, calm down. But I have no idea what that's even about. I can't.
But did he lie? So this has been the most dramatic season of The Bachelorette.
Well, it always is until the next season. Next thing you know, next year, someone's going to be like sleeping with a producer or something. Like,
I thought that already happened. No, I'm not even going to lie. I thought someone did fall in love with the producer. No?
That's Siesta Key.
Oh, really? Thought it was.
They're engaged now.
I thought it was. Oh no, that was Peter. people were talking about the production person who was like in cahoots with Peter. But one of the questions, some of the last questions we have, Ina says, based on the men left, who do you think Tayshia would pick based on what we know?
Jason.
Really? Is Jason the guy? I mean, coming from
based on the edit, for sure.
John Paul Jones, you know, was that like her, her typical, like?
That's not her type. That is not her type. I refuse. Listen, okay. I'm going to get real right now, okay? Tayshia knows what she deserves. And we know what Tayshia deserves. John Paul Jones is a nice guy. He's young, or he was young. Tayshia is 30, flirty, and thriving, as she said in a recent Instagram post. And yes, I do have her post notifications turned on. She needs someone who is older, more mature, and level-headed. And I think this guy, Jason, honestly, like, I really like Jason. He's ex-NFL. He lost a bunch of weight after he left the NFL, which shows a transition in his life. Like, I feel like when you go through something like leaving a professional career and then leaving the identity that you had with that professional career, like, it's not necessarily growth, but it's like turning another page, turning another chapter in your book. And that to me is maturity. Like, it just shows that, like, you've been through something and it's something that has molded you, and from that thing you are now a different person, but you can still recognize that as who you were and not who you are. And Tayshia will see the same. And I really like Jason. I mean, he seems like a nice guy, at least from what we've seen.
He went through, I don't know, man. He went through a lot with Claire, and
they had one date where they got deep. I mean, like, let's calm down. Like,
but he's the one who got the deepest with her, basically.
Okay, well, I got deep with a guy on a first date, and then we, you know, there's no ring on my finger, so, like, it's not that big of a deal. It is not that big of a deal.
Someone said, okay, Lakeisha says, what's your opinion on the rumor that production set Claire up to leave early because apparently Tayshia was quarantining at the resort for a while?
Something that they did right. Something that they did right, because Claire shouldn't have been there in the first place. She had freaking heart eye emojis. She had a draft. You know when you're about to type something into someone's comments, but then you're like, oh, it's a little thirsty. Let me just delete it and just like the post and keep it pushing. That's what Claire was doing the entire time with Dale. She was putting heart eye emojis, the little drool emoji. She was putting like the one that's like red, like hot with a little sweat bead, all up in those comments, deleting them, and then not liking anything. And all that pent up emoji action, like, just poured over night one when he came out the limo. I saw it.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, she was very, like, she was, like, literally when he put the ring on her finger, she was like, Mrs. Moss, it's about time. Like, about time? It's been like 4 days. Like, what are you talking about?
You're just like, wait, so I don't know, but Glenda Star says, word on Twitter streets is that there's going to be 4 new guys. I wouldn't be mad at it, though.
I would not be mad at it.
Oh, and another one says, Viola says, according to Reality Steve, there are new guys for her.
I did see that on Reality Steve, but I didn't know how true it was. But I guess I should never doubt Reality Steve, honestly.
Yeah, look, and I agree with Jackie. Are you the only one that would have a feeling of knowing that all these men came for Claire? I'd be like, no, too. Like, why can't Tayshia be like, no. Can you give me? You would have to give me a couple guys, a couple more guys. 18 is not enough. Claire had 30. You're gonna give me 18? Why?
It's true, and they got Tia on the back burner just waiting. Like, because it was not like that.
She's in quarantine now. There's going to be 3 bachelorettes. I mean, that's what 2020 is probably all about. 3 different bachelorettes.
Tayshia, Tia, and Claire. That's what I'm saying.
You know, I don't know, man. That's true. I mean, we can see it all. I mean, I'm really excited about next week. Next week on Tuesday, right? It's still Tuesday.
Yeah.
The election be messing up all of our plans, yo. Like, seriously, we apologize.
We're still waiting on Nevada, so
we will be waiting on Nevada. To be quite honest, don't quote me. And I'm gonna say it because like I have friends that are friends of friends who are friends with other friends that may or may not be connected in somehow with the Secretary of State from Nevada. But
there were 2 degrees of separation there, right? You guys, like she's obviously lying.
It seems like Nevada does not want to be the first to call out.
I was thinking, I was like, are all these states holding out because they
don't want to be the first. They don't want to be the first. They don't want to say, yo, someone else got this, and they don't want the heat. They don't want that sweet heat sauce. So
I'm going to show you guys Georgia. The gap is closing.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be look, it's going to be a mess. This is not the last day that we're going to hear. I don't even think we're going to hear a call from it. You know, Nevada's taking their sweet little precious time on this. They're not going to be the first people to call out the state. They're not. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of contesting. There's a lot of lawsuits. There's a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if on Tuesday when we talk about the other episode, for Tayshia's episode, that this is still happening. Because technically in one of these states, gosh, I forgot. They have up until November 10th. So what day are we in? We're on the 5th. That's 5 days from now.
I think that's Nevada.
Yeah, they got up until November 10th to be able to count all of these damn things. So
one thing they do count with the quickness, some chips. They really need to get it together, because no matter who's first, you still have to announce how many went where. So it doesn't matter who's first. Like, you all are legally obligated to declare it. So, and I don't want to turn this into a political.
No, absolutely not. We were just kind of giving you the heads up on why this has been messing up our happy Bachelorette time, our happy Tayshia time. We're going to be doing the happy Tayshia time. So we're really excited for next week. So starting from here, hopefully on Tuesday, we will be going on to our regularly scheduled program. If this is your first time, tuning in with us, this is Girl Let's Agree to Disagree. If you don't already do so, please click like, subscribe, receive our notifications, so smash that notification bell. If you haven't already, please like us so that we get that algorithm going, so more people know about our recaps. We're doing this every Tuesday, usually 10 to 15 minutes after every episode. Kemi, are there any? Oh, and then follow us on IG and Twitter. The information's below. Kemi, do you have any last and final words for us as we say goodbye to our amazing fans, followers, and just amazing people? We appreciate you guys so much. You guys have been so awesome.
Not really. I just wanted to say that, things happen the way that they're supposed to happen. And as much as I was upset that Tayshia was in Bachelorette, 2 years ago? I'm happy that, or was it last year? I don't know. I'm just happy that it's finally happening. And, we could have been able to see Tayshia and Tayshia or something, Tyler C. But things happen the way that they're supposed to happen. And I'm glad that, everyone, I don't know. I'm just happy that we get to see her journey.
Yeah, I want to see something pop off with her and Easy. I really do, because I think that would be really fun, and just Easy just is.
I don't know that she has that sort of personality though.
But that's the amazing thing, is that he will bring it out in her. I feel like he will bring out, that's the kind of vibe I get from him, is that he can bring that out of you, and she'll be like, damn, I didn't know this guy had it like that. okay.
I could see Easy with remember Katie Moe from she was also on Colton's season. She was a dancer. She ended up getting engaged in Paradise to the guy who was on like 7 Bachelor seasons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
could see Easy vibing with her.
Melissa said no, not Easy. Yes, and here's another guy that I don't know if y'all have thought about or if you guys even know, but he's like the cutest. Is Jordan? I'm so enamored with Jordan. And y'all probably wouldn't know who this is. He's the cute guy with the like glasses. I feel like producers have been panning on him quite a few times.
Is he the guy that said, "We'll see"? He like
Just like this.
He shrugged and he was like, "We'll see."
I just noticed that the
He's
cameras
not black, but he's like
he's like mixed or something. He's brown. Yeah. He's like whatever. He's got the cutest little glasses, and he's just they pan in on him. Yeah, he's got yes. Ina says, and I love that. I like just he says Ina says she has a nerdy swag. And that's exactly what I would call it. I
love a nerdy swag because on Hannah's season, I loved Dylan. I loved Dylan.
He was fun.
He was my preseason pick, and then now he's with Hannah G. And I don't follow either of them, but every once in a while I go to their page just to see what's going on, and they're so cute. So
yeah, I agree. I think that for Tayshia maybe, who knows? But that's why I think. I think production just has is panning in on him a lot, and I was like, maybe because he's cute to look at, and it's just like this cute little nerdy vibe he gets. But I don't know. I didn't really care about John Paul Jones for Tayshia, so I didn't understand that.
John Paul Jones has great energy, though. That's the thing. And you know what? I want Tayshia to end up with someone who's lively and funny, like an Easy or like a John Paul Jones. Like, I feel like Jason, he's a little serious.
Yeah.
He's a little serious. Like someone light and fun and just,
Yeah. So Querida says, look, he looks like Chrissy and John's son when he gets older. He does look kind of like a little John Legend-ish. That's probably why I like, because he's got that look, and I agree with that. So, I mean, there's a lot of people. Some people said Ivan and Ben. I got to look at it. I think that what will end up, Ina says Jordan and Damar are my picks. I like Damar too. And actually, who else was it? Not Keith. That's his name? Is that his name, Keith?
I don't know a lot of names.
I know it's hard. It's hard to even think about these names because, I mean, we haven't even got a lot of time to get to know them. It's obviously just first, initial energy things. What I think that we'll do on Girl, Let's Agree to Disagree on our Twitter, we'll probably have a poll just to see what guys you think. Maybe we should have, some type of little draft or something.
I knew you were going to say that.
I love myself some drafts. Who in the chats wants to see a little Bachelorette draft? I could totally come up with some of these guys. I got the hookup. I could just put them all up. We'll figure out who gets the guys. We'll just make a whole little thing of it. I'm so competitive.
Make sure to leave Dale out of it.
Yeah, no, I don't want Dale. He needs to go. I love Canada. I love Canadians.
Girl, I said Dale.
Oh, my bad. I talked about Blake. Sorry. I don't know why I was thinking about it. No. Obviously, Dale's not going to be in it. He's not even in the running. Yeah. Let's do this. For the next episode, we're going to come up with the little draft. Yeah. I will post it. We will post it on our Twitter, Girl, Let's Agree to Disagree. So make sure if you don't follow us on Twitter, make sure you follow us there. Let me get that banner. It's hot up in here. Let's get that banner up. Follow us on IG, Kiz Kemi, Hannah, who will be back with us next week, and on our Girl, Let's Agree to Disagree Twitter. All right. And again, we're going to say goodnight to y'all. Thank you for joining us. We love you all so much. We appreciate you all so much. Click like, subscribe, share with some of your friends. If they don't watch Bachelorette, they should start right now because Tayshia's the new Bachelorette. So it's basically, it's basically the new season. So are we switching this to 17? Is this now season 17? Because he didn't say that.
She better be Bachelor 17. She needs her own. We'll talk about this later. I feel like we've ended this like 4 times.
I know. So thank you all again. We love you so much. Hasta luego. Hasta martes. Martes is Tuesday. Tuesday after the show. Bye. We love you guys.